The air is thick with tension over the West Philippine Sea. Chinese Coast Guard vessels, large and imposing, close in on a rusted World War II relic, the BRP Sierra Madre. This battered ship, grounded on second Thomas Shoal, is the Philippines' most critical outpost in contested waters. The Chinese ships cut across the bow of a small Philippine supply boat, blaring horns and firing water cannons. The Filipino crew risks everything to deliver food and water to the Marines stationed on the Sierra Madre. Every resupply mission is a high-stakes confrontation, a dangerous dance between David and Goliath. Aboard the Sierra Madre, a handful of Marines watch, outgunned but resolute. Their home is a decaying relic, but their resolve is unbreakable. They stand as the human embodiment of their country's claim to this patch of ocean. Their presence is a defiant statement, sovereignty defended not with missiles, but with rust, courage, and law. This standoff is now the new normal in the South China Sea. China claims nearly the entire waterway, ignoring the rights of smaller neighbors. The Sierra Madre has become the focal point of this dispute, a symbol of the Philippines' refusal to back down. It is a red line drawn in rust and seawater, testing the world's commitment to a rules-based order. The world is watching. The Marines' daily struggle is a reminder that sovereignty is not just a legal claim, but a lived reality. Each supply run is a lifeline, and each confrontation a test of will. The Sierra Madre's rusted hull stands as a warning. This is a line that cannot be crossed without consequence. The tension here is a microcosm of a much larger struggle for control, law, and order in the region. The fate of this ship could shape the future of the South China Sea. For now, the standoff continues, unresolved and fraught with risk. The world holds its breath. The rusting Sentinel endures. The BRP Sierra Madre began as a U.S. Navy tank landing ship in World War II. It ferried troops and tanks across the Pacific, then served in the Vietnam War, before finding refuge in the Philippines. In 1999, the Philippine government deliberately grounded the aging ship on second Thomas Shoal. This bold move established a permanent outpost in disputed waters. The Sierra Madre, now a rusting shell battered by storms, remains a commissioned vessel of the Philippine Navy. Its legal status is crucial. Under international law, an attack on the ship could be considered an act of war. The ship is more than metal. It's a fortress, a statement, and a tripwire. Despite its decay, it stands as the Philippines' last line of defense. The Sierra Madre's presence is a daily reminder of the nation's determination to protect its territory. Its story is one of adaptation, transforming from a war relic to a symbol of sovereignty. The ship's mission is clear: hold the line no matter the odds. As long as it stands, so does the Philippine claim. The rusting fortress refuses to fall. Life aboard the Sierra Madre is a test of endurance and patriotism. Marines sleep in cramped, decaying quarters, rationing water and surviving on canned food and fish. Isolation is total. Months pass with only a spotty satellite link to the outside world. Their days are spent patching holes, standing watch, and monitoring the ever-present Chinese ships. Despite harsh conditions, pride and duty run deep. These Marines are handpicked, defending not just a ship, but their nation's rights. Their daily routine, raising the flag, conducting drills, is a powerful act of defiance. The Marines are more than soldiers. They are guardians and diplomats on the front line. Their presence sends a clear message. The Philippines will not abandon its claim. The Sierra Madre's crew embodies resilience and national will. Their sacrifice is a living testament to the struggle for sovereignty. On this rusting outpost, the battle for the West Philippine Sea is fought every day. China avoids direct military action, instead using gray zone tactics, harassment, blockades, and intimidation. Chinese Coast Guard and militia vessels surround the Sierra Madre, making every resupply mission perilous. Water cannons, lasers, and aggressive maneuvers are routine, aiming to wear down the Philippine position. China hopes attrition and psychological pressure will force a withdrawal. In response, the Philippines has grown more assertive under President Marcos Jr. Manila modernizes its military and adopts assertive transparency, exposing China's actions to the world. Journalists document every confrontation, shifting global opinion. The Philippines strengthens alliances with the US, Japan, Australia, and others. By internationalizing the dispute, Manila leverages its position as a smaller nation. The strategy, resilience, transparency, and collective security. The world is watching, and Manila refuses to back down. The Sierra Madre is a red line for the Philippines. Any Chinese attempt to forcibly remove the ship or harm its defenders would be a grave escalation. Such an act could trigger the US-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty, risking direct conflict between superpowers. The South China Sea is a vital shipping lane. War here would disrupt global trade and plunge economies into crisis. China's leaders know the risks. A single misstep could spark a global crisis. The ship's presence, backed by alliances, deters open conflict. China relies on gray zone tactics, wary of crossing the line into war. The Sierra Madre's red line is fragile but crucial for peace. It shows how a small nation with law and alliances can hold a line against a superpower. The stakes are global, and the world cannot afford a miscalculation. The rusting ship remains a flashpoint and a warning. The Philippines' claim to Second Thomas Shoal is anchored in international law. In 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled in Manila's favor, rejecting China's sweeping claims. The court affirmed that Second Thomas Shoal lies within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. China dismissed the ruling, but it remains legally binding and a powerful diplomatic tool. The dispute is now about upholding international law, not just territory. Manila cites the ruling in global forums, framing its struggle as a defense of the rules-based order. This resonates with nations wary of China's assertiveness. The law may lack an army, but it is Manila's most formidable weapon. The Sierra Madre stands not just on a shoal, but on the foundation of global legal norms. In the court of world opinion, the Philippines holds the high ground. The BRP Sierra Madre is more than a ship. It's a national symbol. Its rusted hull and fluttering flag inspire patriotism and unity across the Philippines. The ship embodies the belief that sovereignty must be defended, no matter the odds. Stories of the Marines' hardship and bravery rally public support and national pride. Each successful resupply is a symbolic victory, reinforcing Manila's resolve. The ship's presence is a constant rejection of Beijing's claims. For other small nations, the Sierra Madre is a beacon of resistance against coercion. It's a case study in asymmetric diplomacy, using law, alliances, and willpower to stand up to a superpower. The fate of this one ship carries lessons for the world. The Sierra Madre's vigil is a testament to the enduring power of national will. The standoff at Second Thomas Shoal has galvanized a network of alliances. The US-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty is the cornerstone, deterring direct Chinese aggression. Joint patrols and military exercises with the US, Japan, and Australia send a clear signal of collective resolve. Other nations, from Canada to France, conduct freedom of navigation operations, challenging China's claims. The defense of Philippine rights is seen as a defense of the rules-based order. These alliances aren't about containing China, but ensuring peace and respect for international law. The cost of escalation for Beijing is high. An attack would challenge a united front. The Philippines gains diplomatic, economic, and military support it could never muster alone. The Sierra Madre may be isolated, but the principles it represents are backed by a global coalition. The world stands with Manila in defense of a free and open Indo-Pacific. The Sierra Madre's future is uncertain. Its hull is decaying, and a strong storm could end its vigil. China hopes nature will do what its Coast Guard cannot: erase the Philippine outpost. If the ship collapses, Manila risks losing its foothold, and China could seize the reef. The Philippines considers reinforcing or replacing the ship, but any move risks confrontation. The stakes are high. The West Philippine Sea holds vital energy resources for the nation's future. The conflict is about more than rocks, it's about prosperity and sovereignty. The Sierra Madre stands guard over these hopes. Its story is a lesson in modern geopolitics, how law, alliances, and will can counter raw power. The ship's final chapter is unwritten, but for now, it endures. The rusting sentinel holds the line, against the sea and against the odds.